first came to the city, when I started out as Real Men Cook, they told us, "What's a real man? What are y'all talking about?" It was a change agent when we came into the city in 1999. First of all, most of the people say, "You're not going to get men to give up their Father's Day." I said, I think we are. I think this thing is awful. So I'm going to talk loud enough for you. But I said, I think we can get men to give up their Father's Day. I think we can get them started. We can get them happy. And so they did. As a matter of fact, our media campaign was radio, print, and television. We ended up doing so many campaigns that I walked out of a radio station 2 weeks before the event. There were 3 men sitting in the parking lot saying, "I'm ready to cook." You thought they had to cook that day. All right. So, but in the time, we were always saying, "What are you doing? Why?" So, in 2001, we came up with the fact that we needed to identify for our community men who represent what we do: our fatherhood, our mentoring, and our leadership. And so we came up with the Baker's Dozen. Thanks to Chef Cassandra, I found out that Baker's Dozen was 13. So for the past 10 years, we've always had a Baker's Dozen group. So it says up here, these are members of the community that represent fatherhood, mentorship, leadership, and the global community. They identify for anything from one-time impact to overall impact. And I want to stress that because one of the people we recognized in 2002 was a barber when a lady's car backfired and went through his shop and landed on 2 other people. The other barbers ran out the building. He actually got under the car and put a barbershop, lifted up and get people out. And that's a one-time impact and he saved lives. And he also ended up helping come up with a fund. Just before GoFundMe, he came up with a fund to help the families who were affected by it. And I met him, and I raised money to put his glasses, bricks back in the barbershop right there on Corinne, in the hood. So we identify people like that. So they made an impact in the culture, and the cultural landscape in the area, the mentoring process, and our leadership. Cityman Cook salutes the outstanding efforts of these individuals and the business for their commitment to the community and the charities. So we're inducting our Baker's Dozen. We're introducing you to them because we inducted them a while back, but we wanted to gather them again because we wanted them to get with the men who give up their Father's Day, all you great fathers and all the cooking. Some of y'all are in this video coming up. So I'm going to start. We're going to introduce them throughout, but the first one I want to introduce has got to make a run. So let's pull him up. That's the Honorable Eric Wilson, representing District 8. He's also a member of the Alpha Phi fraternity. Very good to see you. We honored him today, so you want to tell him what you're doing right here, sir. What makes you the leader? That might come on.
You can hear me. All right. Good evening. Good evening. All right. I like this crowd.
It's a good crowd.
It's a good crowd.
It's a voting crowd.
It's a voting crowd. My name is Eric Wilson. I am Deputy Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Dallas, and I represent the great District 8. And if you know anything about Oak Cliff, Pleasant Grove, then that's what I represent. I represent the southern part of Dallas, based along I-20. And I am here my 2nd year, and I am honored to be part of this program for what it stands for, particularly bullying and domestic violence. Those two things are real near and dear to me. As a matter of fact, recently I had a chance to speak at an event where a young man committed suicide because of bullying. And just want to reiterate that in terms of keeping that in the forefront and letting know that bullying is real, that we must do more to protect our children and to let the children know that they have outlets and be the outlets for our children. When it comes to domestic violence, I have a passion for that because one of the things that we don't have in the southern sector, southern Dallas, are safe houses for women that are affected by domestic violence. So I am working with trying to find ways to be able to create safe environments for those women to be able to have to go in time of need. So I'm thankful for this opportunity to once again bring back my award-winning cornbread. Yes. We love the cornbread. This time I'll bring something else along with it, and hopefully I'll take one of those prizes this year. So again, I'm honored to be here. Thankful to be part of this program, and just happy to be with you all and to be around such or be inducted with such great men.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. I'm always very tearful when people give up their Father's Day to change the world. And we have so many kids. Every year we bring in the kids to the Barack Obama school, and some of them are fathers, some of them are in broken homes, and we change the way they look at us. They never see us unless they're in a commercial or on cops. So this says, in recognition of your outstanding contribution to the community at large, City Man Cook has inducted you, the Honorable Eric Wilson, into the Baker's Dozen's 2016 Hall of Fame for your exemplary role in mentoring, leadership, and fatherhood.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And on the front of your desk, launching our continuation, I wanted to let people know ahead of time that our ratings came in, and we topped out the Nielsen ratings for the whole entire weekend and generated an audience of 344,000 people and a marketing value of $5,000 per minute. So,
Awesome.
So if you were a sponsor, you got all that value for just a small amount of money. Y'all remember that. But I'm glad you're here. We'll continue as people walk in. But I want to introduce someone that the cooks call the food police. Chef Cassandra and I have been friends since we were in high school 5 years ago.
Yeah, just a little while.
But she also is responsible for our tasting tonight that she's doing as a treat, so I'm going to let her introduce the food. But please welcome Chef Cassandra. Did you turn it over? No, we got lost somewhere here.
Well, that's all right, because I got a big mouth.
Oh, now.
And you can hear me. Yes, I'm back in the back of the room.
Testing.
Well, wonderful. I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I am very passionate about Real Men Cook, City Men Cook. It's been a long time since I've been a part of this, and I really enjoy encouraging the cooks to put it out there and brand themselves and brand their products, because I think it's really, really a great opportunity to get in front of a great body of people and do that. It's nothing there. It's nothing there. So today I just put a little something together for you. You know, I like to eat with our eyes, and it's colorful and it's tasty, and dig in and let's enjoy the evening, okay? Thank you. Thank you for your time.
All right, now. So let's stop and start eating, and I'm going to be showing some videos to show you how we evolved, because a lot of people say, how did we go from Real Men Cook to City Men Cook? It stopped along the way as a father's table. So we're going to show you some visual candy to show you how we got where we are. And let's grab some food, come back at the tables, and we'll do that. If you were a volunteer or a cook, you need to check in with Linda and Orange. They need to get your name and make sure you checked in before. So, and I apologize. Eric didn't bring his cornbread. That's his fault.
But we're looking forward to it.
All right, so let's get some food in there. We'll start with the video. So you get that as well. So we're going to put that in your package. We know you have to go. Those of you who've gotten the e-blast in the Facebook page will get all the activities of all the men who are cooking, all of them doing it. And we're partnering with our anti-bullying party month for the World Unity Festival, which will be giving tickets away to the night. Okay? So let's thank Eric. Let's send him on his way.
Thank you all. Thank you.
To do something in communications. Their biggest challenge is financial. So about 3 years ago, the college found out about what's called work college. Now, it's not a big novel concept, but if you remember, we were in school, we had work study. We had the work study program, and sometimes you work by the school or circumstance, and we put that money in the pocket. We were to spend it. Well, they wouldn't apply it to financial. They picked up loans. They put themselves into a financial bond. And realistically, if you go into certain schools, and if you got a $30,000, $40,000 bill per year, $200,000, $150,000, you end up needing to go be a doctor, an engineer, an entrepreneur that's making a lot of money to get rid of that expense rather quickly. Or, as he said, we spend a lot of time paying it off.
Still paying it off.
Well, we prayerfully reduced our tuition to $14,300. Now, if you do the quick math and I sit down, we're trying to, again, transform lives that you can go to graduate school, get a job, pay for things, have a great existence, whatever you want to do. Pell Grant gets you about $6,000 if you max out. The state grant, TEG, gives you $2,000. This work college, if they work for Terry, work for Cheryl, they put in a year, about 150 hours each semester, and they get a $5,000 tuition credit. Funding is largely funded by generous donors and people like yourselves who want to see them thrive. But when you add 6, 2, and 5, you're roughly about $12,500, right? Who can't finance $2,000 a year? In some way or another, you can figure it out. You know, do like a car payment or just go get the $2,000 loan. And if you do, by the time you end after 4 years or whatever, and we're trying to get you out in 4, you have less than $10,000 worth of debt. You can start out a little bit on the square. You can go to graduate school, because some decide they can't go to graduate school because they have to go out and work. So we need to increase our graduation rates, and this is at all schools. We need to encourage them to get internships so that they can be work ready. But lastly, reduce the amount of debt so you can go out and do something great. And that's what makes what I do exciting every single day, because we see the transformation. Last thing, we're so fortunate that over the course of 2017, we're sending about 40 overseas. They're going to start study abroad program. We sent 7 to Berlin. Yeah, unless you went overseas, you might not. 7 went to Berlin over the break. Another 12 are going to Amsterdam later this year. Oh, excuse me, Amsterdam in January, Berlin this summer. And then 5 will be in London working with the stock market and the exchange. And then 2 will be in Spain. We think that's pretty exciting, because some of them have never been out of their own state, let alone out of the state of the country. So he is right. Come by, visit campus, reach out to us, because what we want to do is be America's first small college. So I thank you. I thank you for recognizing.
All right, sir. Thank you. In recognition of outstanding contribution to the community at large, Sidney Cook has inducted you, Maurice Weston, to the NTZN Hall of Fame for your exemplary role in mentoring, leadership, and fatherhood, even though you're Catholic. Oh, I'm sorry. 4 o'clock in the morning, phone call.
Yeah, I'll be getting ready to go to bed at that time.
So, see, every worker that served on the board of trustees of Dallas County School District, the founder of BFW BAM. He's a Paul Quinn graduate. Yeah, organization management, all that. But he also has left an invaluable imprint on AT&T. We didn't forget. And the communication workers.
So I wasn't bail at that time.
Yeah, so
way back in the day. Yeah.
So I met him when I was at the South Dallas Cultural Center, and we had a power circle. I brought in a bunch of men like him, and we put them in a circle, a bunch of young kids, and I can't tell you how great it is, so I just tell you what we did. We said, stand up in here. If you were told you weren't going to be worth nothing, you were foolish. And so when he stood up, I stood up, the kids said, yeah, and we were told that lie too. So we changed lives with our power circle. We don't call it a lock-in because we're not tying ourselves to the prison system. We call it an overnight institute. Kids come in at 9, we keep them up to 4 in the morning, let them sleep only 2 hours. Then they walk away with some empowerment and role modeling. So I'd like to bring up Mr. C.W. Winnie. I'm sorry.
Man, you can tell everything. He can't keep nothing. Well, I think I'm C.W. Whitaker, friend of many. And let me tell you this. I like working with kids, and we started that. I've been working with kids ever since. I'm on the Dallas County School Board because of the safety of the kids on the yellow buses. I'm on the Dallas Youth Council. We take kids on college tours. I'm on a school board, Nova Academy in Pleasant Grove, because I love kids. So anything dealing with kids, they got. So that was how I was elected to the office, because Ms. Pemberton didn't want to run. And so I said, well, I'm not a politician, Ms. P. I'm a servant. She said, well, that's why we want you to run. So that's how I got on the school board. So I'm not a politician. I'm sorry. I'm still a servant. And thank you for letting me serve.
All right. Again, in recognition of your outstanding contribution to the community at large, Sidney Cook has inducted C.W. Whitaker to the Bakersfield Hall of Fame for his exemplary role in mentoring, leadership, and fatherhood. I surprised him, 6 months ago when we came into your meeting with your other medal?
Yep.
And so, C.W., you got to tell these ladies what you're cooking, man.
I'm not cooking anything, but I'm eating everything at the place. If I start cooking, you're gonna lose some people.
Okay. I heard about you.
Yeah, so I can go buy some stuff and bring it up. I get a chef to help me.
Lives of people, he has to change when you call him, he shows up. And one thing I think is most poignant about it is that his music changes how you feel the very next day. I have 4 of his songs I actually play to get up and go out of the house and go to the job I love. So, now I know all of you, I got those motivating songs that get you out the door. And it's 2 of his songs I play every day just to get my suit and tie on so I get out the door. But we work together a lot, and when I first came into the Culture Center, we had to give a concert, and I wanted to fill the house. And this man and one other artist gave me my brand. They knew I could fill a house with an audience once I filled it with Monica, who the other person was in Denver. So I'm very proud that the committee had picked him. I was jumping all over the joy when I got the votes in, but I want to introduce you to Dallas's own. Look who's he worked with. He's Grammy Award winning. Of course, he's won an Academy Award too. All right, tell me.
Greetings, people.
Greetings.
I am all things Oak Cliff. That is what made me who I am today. I have many influences. I was raised as one of those children who actually learned from my experiences, mostly from those who are older than me, whether they be local or abroad. I was born in Los Angeles, California. Raised here in Dallas. I attended schools like Phyllis Wheatley in South Dallas. And as I grew up, I ran into people like Eric Badu and Kirk Franklin, unpolished artists who needed a way to get their music out. So before I was actually a musician, I was a music producer. And I know what the record is supposed to sound like. Later on, working with artists like Curtis Mayfield before their passing. So a lot of the tricks of the trade, I was able to put into my own city. And Erica was one of those people who had some of the bigger success. The song that I'm most noted for is Love of My Life, that also appeared on Common's album. Movie soundtracks. The name of my company is Cat's Boy Music. I've also served as governor of the Recording Academy in Texas, unique in Austin. And that's what I do in music. So when I heard that this thing had anything to do with mentorship, I wanted to make sure that I was involved. About the cooking, I'm a vegetarian, but vegetarian cuisine just happens to be one of my specialties. Vegetarians don't eat like they used to. No more salads. You can't get their interest in salads. We eat everything from vegetarian popcorn shrimp, vegetarian gumbo, vegetarian steak, chicken. It's all texture different because science allows us to do some cool things with beans and rice, even tofu.
Well, I'll be at your house tomorrow. Test that
So
out.
that's who I am, but I'm here as a friend and however I can be used, and that's why I'm here.
Monica was the first one to help us give a free concert to raise money for the recording studio when we were in South Dallas. And after he helped give his promo concert, we debuted Ndambi's album, and then he came back to help us persuade Master P to give us that big check for the recording studio. So it's all part of a network of positive interaction, what we do, and you guys in this room are all part of that as well. So here we go. We're going to read this out loud, so make it official. All right, so the ancestors can stand up and smile at us. In recognition of outstanding contribution to the community at large, Cityman Cook has inducted Madiku Chinua into the Baker's Dozen 2016 for his exemplary role in mentoring, leadership, and fatherhood. And I want y'all to let y'all know, I got his name right the first day I met him. So thank you, Bob.
Too bad anybody should be brothers. But I'm just going to say that, gosh, when I met Terry back in the 90s, last century, I was bossing him around, and ever since, I never thought it would turn on me like this. I would be at his beck and call, but it's all for a good cause. And he even got me, I have an event that's coming up that's 23 years old, and he got me to change the date. And I've only changed the date for one other person, and that was Dick Gregory. But I changed it to the Saturday before City Man Cook. So the Don't Believe the Hype Celebrity Bowl-a-thon will be It's just the whole weekend we're going to be doing things. But it's all about community and getting people to come. And I know what you say about people coming to the door and they're Terry's friend. Because they come to the door and don't believe the hype. So what are you doing the day before? I get you to come over. I tell them, they say, they're my friend. I said, no, I don't have any friends.
Not for free anyway, right?
Because we're trying to give scholarships. And that's what we've been doing every year since we started. And, you know, this is about support, but I just encourage everyone to bring somebody with you, to pull them along, because while you get up and I'm looking at people, I see you at everything, but there's some people you don't see at nothing. And that's not the way we're going to grow. I would hate to say I'm happy that he won, but with the Trump in office, it makes us look to each other more and look to help each other and do for ourselves, and that's what we have to do.
Amen.
And now I have to go because I have a 9-pound baby that I have to pick up from the hospital.
I had nothing to do with that.
I just watched it come out, but I'm going to pick up my grandbaby. And his little brother is screaming for him, so.
Thank you, Cheryl. Called Urban Buying. But I am part of his family now. We're part of the FedEx family. FedEx has supported us for 3 years, and they're going into this year supporting us too. As we expand, we're going to be announcing our new sponsors and our additional partners, including some of the other companies. But I want him to come up and just give us 2 minutes on what FedEx has done and how we've worked this. So, Kevin, are you still here? Come on, Kevin, over. Let's welcome Kevin. Y'all see I'm diverse, he's an Omega.
And I still don't hold it against him. Good. Hey, I just want to thank Terry for the opportunity of joining this incredible opportunity to expand our network. I met Terry years ago. I had a television show, some may remember, it's called Southern Video Vibe. And we were just trying to give artists the opportunity to have a platform. And now as we get older, we need to expand that platform beyond our artists into the world of business. FedEx has given me the platform to go around the entire country and train their sales force. And so that's what I do. I actually just got back in. I was in Nebraska and Terry's on the phone like, Kev, you coming? Kev, you coming? I'm like, Terry, I'll be there unless there's a flight delay. And all of a sudden storms roll in and I'm like, Lord, I can't let Terry down. So I'm here and I just want to say that this guy here is just incredible, dedicated, and sometimes we all need uplifting. And I'm proud to say that Terry will reach out to me from time to time, and I reach out to him, you know, probably countless times to just say, hey, look, what can we do to get better? What can we do to get better? And he's always got an encouraging word. He continues to uplift us. So if we can spread the word, if we can get more people involved and let them know that it's time out for us to stop being selfish now. You know, if we haven't learned anything from this last election, it's time now for us to be self-empowered. It's time for us to create our own business development, and we carry our own weight. The talented TIF has failed us. They didn't go back and get the 90%. Terry's part of that talented TIF, and he's reaching back. I just need more of us in the talented TIF. And I'm sorry if I threw myself in there with you, to reach back and pull others up. And so thank you, Terry. I appreciate it.
We have changed the world one bite at a time. We own Father's Day, also known as Juneteenth weekend, every year. It's hard work. Trust me, I've lost sleep and friends, family. I'm not missing them too much, but I lost them anyway. So I lost a lot trying to make this happen, but because of the people in the room, you made it happen. So before we go, I definitely got to hear from my wives. Y'all know who y'all are, right? But I want to, before we do that, we got some cooks here. I want y'all to tell them, just tell us who you are, what you cooked and what you plan on cooking again. Let's start right here with Mr. Daniel.
When I found out that we were doing a mentorship, and I know we're not doing enough for our kids, so I tried to get the police officers to come. I think if I come, they all come. But nobody came with myself and Pastor Button. I'm going to be here day forever for y'all to keep me out. But I cook make the best baked beans in the world.
All right, sir. Come on, bring it up. Don't be shy now. You got these women, they want to know what you're cooking.
That's right.
My name is Philip Perkins. I'm a former owner of a 5-star restaurant. I cook soul food, so for those health conscious, I don't know if you want to eat my food.
Yeah.
My name is Cedric Lyons. Some of you may or may not know me. A couple of things I'm thinking about. One of the things I'm going to do for Terry this year is we're going to broadcast live. I have a radio show, a radio station now. So we're going to broadcast live from Real Men Cook. I'm thinking about if I want to cook or not.
Again.
Yeah, again, right. Last time I cooked, it was all gone. So
In 15 minutes.
Yeah, I walked away with nothing. So I had a light plate. But the other thing I want to do is anybody who is cooking, I want to offer an opportunity to come on the show and talk about Real Men Cook. I'm sorry.
City Men Cook. It's okay, we good.
Yeah.
I spent 10 years with that title. I love every inch of that title.
I want you guys to come on the show, talk about City Men Cook, talk about what you're cooking. We're going to probably start that 2 months out from the time from Juneteenth. The other thing is what I'm offering for nonprofits is all nonprofits can and will be able to advertise on 411 Radio for free. I'm giving all nonprofits an opportunity to advertise for free as long as you want to. So just let me know and we'll work something out.
We still got to convince him to cook again. Yeah, we can't give up people. Did I get all the cooks? I give them everybody? Okay, good. Now let's talk to our volunteers and some of the ladies. Oh, there you are, right there. I see you.
My name is Deshaun with Tatiana's Pickle Palace.
Oh, yeah, he gets a call in my office every day about those pickles.
Pickle, man. But this year we're going to switch it up. We're going to bring the pickles, but we actually have a Kool-Aid pickle drink with candy and Jolly Ranchers. We're going to mess your stomachs up. We're going to do a burger infused with, this year I'm showing pickles how to actually cook with the pickles. So that way you'll have, instead of just eating pickles, you have different types of way of cooking with the pickles. So I have burger pickles, I have hot dog pickles. We're gonna switch it up this year. It's gonna be nice.
We have some pickles to sample in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say I've been working with my brother Terry for several years now on this event, and the pickles were good. There's so many good things, but it's just an honor to see all the cooks come out, everyone come out. It's a family event, and we all just have a good time. Our chef over there, she's working hard, and starting from today, Terry we'll be praying for him, but we all have to work real hard. So just so good to see more people here tonight to be a part of it, and some of my helpers who are tasting is Juanita Posey, and we have Shalonda over here, we have Charmaine over here, and I have a few other people coming, but I just want to thank my brother for just really always allowing others to come together and for us to do a better job this year, because it's more room for more cooks. We need more cooks, so we want to fill the place out this year. God bless.
Thank you. How do you handle it? Go ahead.
As Terry said, I am his sister-in-law, and he married my sister years and years ago. I've been part of Real Men Cook, The Father's Table, City Men Cook ever since the inception. And I've tried really, really hard to get out of this a lot of times. A lot of times. That's why sometimes you don't see me at the meetings, because I'm like, okay, I'm not going. He doesn't need me, and I call Terry. Terry, you need me? Hello? Yeah. So, it is a hard job, but I try my best to exemplify what this organization stands for. People are rude, people are mean, but they are, especially when it comes to money. Just like Terry said, they'll come in, I got this ticket for Terry, and then it's like 15 people. Okay, so how many people? Okay, just stand right over there. Terry, come to the ticket booth, please. So, yeah, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be hard. But just like Terry said, at the end of the day, we have bills to pay, And I think one year I didn't come, and Terry didn't make much money. Because I am like, when it comes to money, he knows he's going to make some money if I'm there.
So I was at our church the next day.
Okay? He's happy. And sometimes I don't even want to give him money. Who you giving that money We need to count this money at the end of the day, you know. So I'm saying all that to say this. This is for a good cause. It's for charity. You know, so when you sell your tickets, or even if you get complimentary tickets, please, you know, be mindful of the fact that we do have things. In order to keep this going, we have to make sure that, you know, we do everything decently and in order. And so that's what I try to do. So I'm Andrew Freeman, and that's my story.
I guess the room stands for, it exemplifies what you have meant to your organization. And being a founder of a nonprofit myself, I understand the daily struggles. We've been very blessed, but there's a lot of work to be done. MOB is our short name, Mothers Opposing Bullying. We're a 501c3 whose mission is to eradicate bullying through legislature, education, advocacy, and our whole mission is to empower children globally. We've done a pretty good job of it. Currently, we have a bill on the table. Currently, initially when we first put the bill out there, you know, there was a piece to it that was a little difficult to get past. So we've streamlined it, and now if we have a child who is bullying another child, rather than that child end up in a penal system, end up in jail, end up with all the repercussions that come from assault, we actually heal the victims as well as the bullies. And that's a very big new twist. I recently met with the Duncanville School District, with the superintendent and I think everybody else who's in the room. I didn't realize at that time that Duncanville High School had 4,800 kids. After now knowing that and meeting with their staff, the reason they came to me was because they said, you know, we like the program, the MOB STEP program. By the way, STEP stands for Student Transitional Empowerment Program. It's designed to keep kids out of the prison pipeline. We learned that just in Duncanville High School alone, they arrested over 200 kids last year. And once those kids are arrested, they end up in the penal system. Most of them never get out. And it starts out with really small little things. So what that organization came to us and said is, we want you guys to do what you are doing with the bullying piece for us. So they want us to take over with Dallas County Schools, and they want us to take over the petty drug cases that they get. In other words, if a kid gets caught with, say, a marijuana in his locker, automatically that's an arrest. That kid, what we have followed in the statistics of what this looks like, and eventually that kid really stays in the system. We have assault. It can be a schoolyard fight. You guys remember what a schoolyard fight looked like when you were in school? You got in trouble when you got home. The principal called your parents. Maybe they paddled you even, you know, back then. Now,
that was for real.
That was and you probably got 2 or 3 paddlings before it was over, especially if you got suspended.
We call them switches.
Yeah. Well, now that schoolyard fight gets you arrested. So now, basically, there's unnecessary arrests. Out of those 200 arrests, it was admittedly stated that we didn't really want to arrest these kids, but we have zero tolerance, and it's a law. Only probably 10% of those kids actually deserve that final, you know, bang on them. So MOB is now also, not only are we rectifying and healing the victims and the victimizers of bullying, we're also healing the school problems that they have as well with the MOB STEP program. So we're going to be rolling that out in the next year, and you guys will hear about it. So imagine getting a citation if you're driving down the street, just a citation for speeding. And if you don't have a prior record, you can take defensive driving. So it'll look much like that. If a kid doesn't have a rap sheet way long, we give them a second chance. And the second chance program, it's not like show up and do your hours and you're done. Basically, we've learned that kids who have these issues, they need a life plan. All the kids that got in trouble, think back when you were in school, the ones that caused all the most havoc, they didn't do very well academically, right? So they will divert all the attention elsewhere to take it off of the fact that they're really not where they need to be. Some kids that are bullied get bullied at home. It goes so much deeper than I have time to stand here and tell you. But MOB is eradicating that issue as well. So we are putting on a huge event. It's coming up in 3 weeks. It's called the World Unity Festival. Couldn't be a more fitting title and a time right now where we need to unify as people in all cultures. Last year was the first time we did it out on the lake, and you were there. We brought numerous cultures together. We had, not only do we have the African American culture, we had the Indian culture. Thank you.
I'll be your banner.
Thank you. We have the Indian culture perform. We have Mexico 2000. Most of you maybe have heard of Emerald City, one of the biggest bands in the area. We had them perform. We had an amazing kids carnival area. And this year we're doing it again. Ions is performing this year. If you went to the Maze Frankie Beverly concert, they opened up. They're performing this year. And we have reggae music and a host of other things. Everyone here today will get a free ticket to come. I brought those with me. And the pass that you have, it will also take care of your parking. So if you have the pass I give you with the silver band on it, it's going to say, this gets you and one other person in free, but they've been instructed at the gate that people that have this ticket, your whole family can come in free with you. When you get there, there's a 22-foot water slide for those of you who have small ones, a carnival area where they win prizes. We have food trucks, various food truck and vendors, and we are looking forward to some of you cooks to help us out under the VIP tent for our band and our VIPs there, and as well as the volunteer tent. We don't want to leave our volunteers out. So very often, volunteers get left out. It's just kind of the go people. So we want to recognize them as well and have some nutritious things for them to go to. I employ all of you to come out and join us and look us up on mothersopposingbullying.org. And if we have runners and walkers out there, or if you want to really give back to the organization or your family members, go to runwithmob.org. There's a 1 mile fun run for kids, and the kids all get a free cake. There's for the adults, there's a 5K, and you don't have to run, you can walk. If you look at the footage from last year, many people walk. We have the police department of the colony walk. They block all the streets down there off. If you've been to Nebraska Furniture, that's the neighborhood kind of that is in, but on the lake. It's an amazing view overlooking the lake. Just a beautiful day of family, and I think you all will enjoy it. And I continue to support Mob and continue to support City Men Cook. It's a great thing, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, we are Industry Entertainment LLC, and then now we have Industry Entertainment Foundation, which is a 501c3. So we are based in Dallas. We are all around the United States, Detroit, LA, Atlanta. We also have a vice president that is in Arizona, and he's doing sustainable art with the students in school. So we just do a lot of fun stuff, events. We do foundation stuff, health and wellness. We're partnering with Microsoft, and we just finished a meeting with Nike, so we're probably going to have something by North Park soon. So just thank you, and we're excited about City Man Cook, and thank you, Terry.
We supported our industry awards that went from here to Detroit to ended up in LA, Hollywood, on the red carpet. Yeah. So that's good. Also, who else we have in here? Oh, yeah. We have a member of the mafia in here. She's reminded me several times on Facebook I didn't get that right. But she supported us in both. We're both journalists. We're both journals, and we do a lot of PR. So I just want to give a shout out. Stop introduce yourself, Miss Yancey. Come on, Lexi.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexis.
I'm not a member of the mafia.
I am a member of the Dallas Mafia, the Dallas Journalistic Mafia. Because we started Dallas Fort Worth Association, back then it was the Dallas Fort Worth Association of Black Communicators back in 19...
That's
Hate
it.
to say 80.
That's good enough.